Hello everybody, welcome back. Mrs. M here, and we are making a peppermint and caramel tart, a favorite South African dessert, one of the tops, and you just need 4 ingredients for this. So I'm just showing you here, which is cream, caramel, peppermint chocolate and biscuits. And I went with ginger biscuits this time because I didn't have access to tennis biscuits, which is typically the coconut type of biscuit. Yeah, so let's get into it. Here I'm just pouring my cream into a bowl and I'm whisking it and actually whipping it. So I'm gonna make some whipped cream. If you don't whisk by hand, you can do what's that thing called? What's it called? Electric. Yeah, but you want to whisk it until it's like this and you get nice soft peaks. See the texture? And then for the caramel, some recipes will tell you to put the whole can, but for me, I just try and regulate my sweetness. So I started off by putting about 2 tablespoons and just mixing it, making sure it's well blended, and then I added another tablespoon, as you can see here. Look at that. Oh guys, I'm salivating just watching this. Yeah, so it's a really simple recipe to make, guys. I promise you, anybody can make this. This was my first time trying it. Most times I've had it was made by somebody, but I think I did quite well with this one. Guys, please ignore my nails. Yeah. I know they look terrible. Anyway, now I'm doing my ginger nut biscuits, and I'm just crushing them between 2 paper towels, and I'm gonna crush them until they're not too fine but nice and crumbly, because this is gonna sit well when you're doing the layers. So the reason I chose ginger, as I said, I didn't have access to the coconut ones, and I didn't want to use digestives because I thought they might become a bit soggy, you know, when I start layering up everything. But the ginger really complemented the mint well. So I think if you want to do the ginger biscuits, it's a nice touch to it. And then look at my pretty glasses. Guys, I got these just for the gram. I got this for content, but look how nice they are. And so I'm going to be serving my dessert in this. Alrighty, so I'm going to start off the bottom layer with just putting, oh, look at my arms, just covering the lens. I'm so sorry, guys. Ish, look at that. Sorry, I sidetracked. I started off by layering with a bit of biscuits, and then just a bit of cream, the cream and caramel mixture, just so it sets and creates a nice base for it. And then you can see I'm just being a bit pedantic here and just wiping the edges. I eventually gave up at some point because it's gonna get a bit messy, but I was trying to keep it clean for you guys, keep it nice and keep it, you know, tops. Anyway, as I said, this is a really simple thing. I was quite surprised at how easy it is to make because it's just 4 ingredients and very affordable too. So yeah, and the whole thing is what you see. Like now I'm just layering it up. You see, I missed the glass again. Told you I gave up at some point. And then so it's the biscuits, it's the mixture, biscuits again, and then the chocolate. I started by grating the chocolate, but it was so hot and it kept melting in my hands. So eventually I just put it in the freezer and then I chopped it with a knife. And then layered the biscuits again. So if you're gonna make this, I would say you can, you know, for presentation, if you're just trying to be posh and nice, you can do it in a glass jar, and then just to make sure you have enough ingredients to showcase the different layers, you know, so because that's where the beauty of it is. However, most times that I've had this, it's been done in a, what do you call it, like a baking dish. Yeah, and then you just kind of scoop it out. So it's really up to you how you want to do it, but this is just how I served it, and it was nice this way because everyone gets their own little portion, even though these are gin glasses and they're quite big. So I eventually was able to share this amongst 4 people because I got visitors, and then now I had the dessert, guys, and it was in the fridge and we wanted to eat it, but there were visitors. Have you ever had those experiences? Okay, guys, I'm not being stingy, but have you ever had those experiences where, you've made nice food and then visitors come? Okay, sorry, guys. But I was just thinking about what happened, and they're like, and it's like they open the fridge and they're like, ooh, this is nice. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm being so silly. But anyway, there you go. So you can see the layers are coming through nicely. Also, I used Aero chocolate because when I went to the South African shop, they didn't have the peppermint crisp. So if you have that old school peppermint crisp chocolate, it really comes through nicely. But it still gave the same taste. Ugh, my tongue. It still gave the same taste. And I know in South Africa there's now a caramel with infused mint, so you could do that. Or if you have infused mint oil that you can, not essential oil, but like the cooking one, I'm sure you can add just a few droplets into the mixture. And that's it, guys. This is the dessert. Can you see? So don't be too fussy about how you pour it in, because it will just flow to where it's supposed to be and give the nice layers. Look at that. So when I made this one, I made it at night and left it overnight in the fridge. So yeah, this was like at midnight. I don't know why I do these things to myself. I'm always making things at midnight. That's when my brain wakes up and becomes creative. But there we go, guys. I'm really done at this point, and I'm just topping up with the final touches. You can garnish it how you like. And so I just put the last bits of chocolate and the last bits of the biscuits, and then I covered it in cling wrap. I don't think that part showed, but I covered it in cling wrap and then served it the next day. Yeah, so these are the final touches, and if you guys try it, let me know. Look at that. Yeah, so that's done. It took a bit longer than it was supposed to because I was doing it for the gram, but I think if you give yourself a good 30 minutes or 45, it should be done. Look at that. So pretty. So you can wow your guests with this one. You can, impress the in-laws with this one. Mind the sweetness of the caramel. So that's the only tip I'd give you. And we're done. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Bye-bye. Mwah.